The invisible magnet attracts as the pendulum swings. My mouth begins to salivate. The bells begin to ring. Ding, ding. I open my eyes. I must have nodded off. I hear demands that all tickets must be checked. I'm not entirely sure what my ticket is for, but I comply just to fit in with the rest. I do not know how I came to be on this bus or even anything before this, but I somehow still miss a time and place that is not this. I've been on this bus for a very long time. The interior is so familiar that I even thought it mine to do as I pleased, to travel my way, thinking it was my choice, but I never had my say. I thought it was my fault that I didn't like this bus or the places it would go, keeping my head down, believing there was still time for me to grow out of it or into it. I didn't want to quit, so I went back to dozing in my seat, hoping that one day I would fit into this artificial bus with its programmed people on board. I hear there's many types of bus depending on what one can afford. So I pay every day, do what they say, fasten tightly under government safety belts, feeling my life force fade away. This electro-powered vehicle drives steadily along and nobody knows the point of departure. I used to speak directly with the other souls on board, but the conversation is getting much harder. The scenes through the windows demand full attention. Everyone is fixed on staring through the glass. A voice sends a message over loudspeakers and the passengers repeat it all en masse. The sights and sounds seem real enough, but I cannot say for certain. Perhaps there's a world beyond this bus, behind the wizard's curtain. A simple bus it would seem, but there's many layers of complex abstraction. A hazy maze of symbology triggering painful knee-jerk reactions. The passengers divided into fractions, pulled and torn apart. The driver makes misleading promises. I've been fooled right from the start. The invisible magnet attracts, but it also repels, firing up the programs written deep within my cells. I'm a string puppet of biological consequence, a lucid figurine with a tragic tale. My destiny is to discover free will in a journey that's destined to fail. A sparkling voyage with false dawns, the aggressor reigns supreme. Disconnected by fearful beliefs, the passengers frozen in dreams. A disappointing thriller, a ghost ride comedy, a story of corruption with painful, greedy hypocrisy. Fear triggers travellers into gridlock chaos, panic grows as they squabble and fuss. Despite the ever-changing scenery outside, it feels a long time stuck on this bus. The freeways dictate our direction while the invisible magnet pulls hard to close the gaps. We narrowly avoid another big collision while the blind remain oblivious to the traps. The sleeping stay enthralled by the drama through the windows, enchanted by the dazzling passing show. Nobody mentions a life outside of this bus. There are simply things they don't know. Is this life dictated by mere symbols of consciousness, compelling reflections that I once believed to be true? This hyper-inflated reality presents a devastating world, a world that I once thought I knew. The invisible magnet attracts as the pendulum swings. Now I'm homesick for a place I'll never go. A destination so far it feels out of reach. I'm now lost in a world I'll never know. My mind and spirit have long since left this bus, but my body still pays for the ticket. These forces continue to drag me along, and all I can do is breathe and go with it.